to meet me and my sister, you wouldn't think that we were sisters at all. Not because of how we interact, but she's got curves and I'm tall.
But our differences range from more than just our shape and height. I mean, her hair is curly and her head is curly, like there's stuff inside. All jumbled up, that's just not right. I mean, she wrote that line. Or at least that's the conclusion we came up with when we had to meet each other again.
Because I moved schools and she moved schools, but only later, and then she was not the same sort of friend that I remember her being. And I expected that life would go on as it always did, as predictable as the moon bringing in the tides.
Without anything to guide us, we are swept away by the waves into the depths and masses of our own people, our own problems, our own private worlds, and besides, she doesn't get what I'm going through, and what matters to her doesn't matter to me.
But whoa, this is getting depressing. Let's start anew, because we may not have the same moon that dictates the waves we make, but maybe we need a new sun to help us.
Wake up, look around, shed light on what we've been missing.
And yeah, we're not the same as we were, but is that such a bad thing?
Because she was such a killjoy.
And she was a sheep.
I swear she typed Google into the search bar because she doesn't know a thing about modern life nowadays.
And she hid my hairbrush when I was 9 and couldn't remember where she put it.
So Mum let her use mine.
But before starting anew, there's always some confessions to make.
I read your diary.
I read yours too, 3 or 4 times, give or take.
And if time management were a test, you'd fail because you always make me late to choir.
And she doesn't listen when I tell her to make a confession, not an accusation.
Well, in the court of law, confessions and accusations go hand in hand.
And what do you know? Our parents are lawyers.
So if you were to meet me and my sister...
Maybe you wouldn't think we were sisters because she's got curves and I'm tall.
But I'll still catch you when you fall, or at least lie down on the ground to be a buffer between it and your face so it doesn't get more messed up than it already is.
So in conclusion, if you were to meet me and my sister, maybe you wouldn't think we were sisters because we don't always get along or listen to the same songs.
Or agree on the fact that avocado is gross and wrong.
And you laughed in my face when I suggested we write a poem together.
Also when you showed me your first draft, but the second was better.
We're still pretty close.
Most of the time.
And that's close enough to success for us. So maybe it's good that one of us is curvy and one of us is tall, because a little variety is a good thing after all.